Hello everybody, welcome to another drive along pointless video with Steve-O talking absolute twaddle while I am just brain dumping FPL thoughts as I drive along to a destination which is going to be kept secret for now. Why? Because I just am. Anyhow, yeah, I just thought I'd just chat about the disappointment of the game week as per normal. Another absolutely painful one where it's the usual story, isn't it? Just when your hopes are rested on, in this specific case, Jared Bowen, and he comes through with an assist thanks to the fact that his shot was deflected in past the goalkeeper. And yeah, because I looked at the livescore.com app, which is shit, but I looked on that and I saw that Bowen had scored and I was just thinking, brilliant, but he didn't have any assists for any of the players. So I thought, okay, let's just go on the FPL website, let's just see who got the assists for Susek goal and the Bowen goals. And of course, go on there and it just says assist Bowen. I'm thinking, but where's the goal? Where's the goal? And it genuinely dawned on me that, wait a minute, was the other goal an own goal? And I looked, yeah, and there's Vestergaard's name printed. I'm just thinking, but there's a scene in The Simpsons, isn't there, where I can't remember which character it is. They just says, just give me a break. I know obviously Shane, FPL veteran who joined us on the watch along the other day, he was relying on Bowen to bring in points. I know Nick of FPL Juice had Bowen captain. And again, you know, another scenario where somebody has gone brave against the crowd and has gone against Palmer, has gone against... Fucking hell, mate, calm down. Gone against Palmer, gone against Salah for captaincy and gone, do you know what? I'm going to entrust my captaincy on Bowen. And he comes through with the same points as Salah. He came up with a really good idea, actually, Nick, regarding potentially, maybe, this wouldn't work, it'd be impossible. Actually, no, it wouldn't be impossible, actually. But if you were to say captain a player which is of a lower, in the lower half of the table versus, for instance, a top team, for argument's sake, Jared Bowen against Liverpool, maybe get double points or something, you know, like table bonus, like they do with assistant manager. I don't know, but this annoyance this season of occasionally going against the popular pick because, you know, for argument's sake, the form of X player, i.e. the likes of Palmer, Salah, whatever, isn't there. So, just drive. Don't break. Oh, God, it's painful. Yeah, so going against the likes of Salah or Palmer, even though I know I'm fully aware that Salah's in form, but he's up against a team like Liverpool. So people like Nick are like, well, do you know what? Leicester are absolutely garbage. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to captain Salah because Palmer's out of form at the moment. Chelsea a bit all over the place. I know they're playing Southampton. Do you know what? I'm going to be brave. Imagine that. I mean, he did make the point about Alex Vollo. Like, Alex Vollo would probably be number one in the world if we were basing it on that kind of table bonus for captaincy. Again, I'm not... There'll be some idiot that writes the comment, but Steve-O, that wouldn't work because of... Yeah, I get it. Jesus. Calm down. It was just an interesting idea that Nick brought up on X. Follow him, at FPL Juice. Talking of FPL Juice, I'll be in there on Tuesday again. Oh, brilliant, great. Thanks. See your fucking face again, yeah. Yes, you will. But in all seriousness, like, yeah, this game week is just... I hate game weeks that are virtually a write-off. And yes, there will be some people that have done well from it, but that's because they've backed Crystal Palace, and as ever, like last season, for whatever reason, Crystal Palace have come into form in the last several game weeks, well, the second half of the season, isn't it? Which is a very strange anomaly, shall we say. So last year Crystal Palace do really well along with Mateta, so then this season everybody's like, right, Crystal Palace are going to push on. They do nothing for the first 15 game weeks of the season, and all of a sudden they become peak Barcelona with Messi, Eto'o and Ronaldinho. For crying out loud, it's just absolutely absurd what is going on with Crystal Palace at the moment. I know Mr. Reed, he's now concerned with the Torbay Elite League, where he's worried that Stewart is going to be overtaking him because, simply put, he's tripled up on Crystal Palace. They get double up in the sense of Mateta and Munoz. Tripling up, just like, because he's gone with Eze as well, and certainly, you know, this is worked out beautifully for Stewart, and it's times like these that we as FPL managers are kind of needing to look at those form players, and certainly from mine and Ray's point of view, you know, I know game week 28 is bloody next week. But certainly, me and Ray are going to have to be looking at, you know, what are the teams to really target towards the last parts of the season. And obviously, Crystal Palace are one of them. They have got a double, as we know. I mean, yeah, it's against Newcastle and Man City, not the greatest of fixtures, but certainly bringing in Mateta is almost a certainty. And this is the thing with FPL sometimes, that you just your hand is forced into decision making, because obviously with Ray, he's playing Telegraph Fantasy, and like with Sky, you've only got a limited amount of transfers, and you kind of have to entrust your own planning and your own football knowledge to kind of be like, look, I'm entrusting X, Y and Z players to come through the next 6 fixtures to be able to provide me with the points that I require. Whereas in FPL, as I said to Ray on a voice message, the thing with FPL is that you can just quite literally change your team every single week if you really want to. I mean, we know this is the case regarding really? Sorry, there's a road closed ahead. Great. Well, I'm going to give you a view of this for now. Fuck it. If I press the button correctly. There we are. These are the kind of lanes that people shit themselves on regarding, ironically, people from London. And these roads are actually classified as a 60. Country lanes. So I'm going to be a patronising arsehole. Oh, a Tesla. Don't see many of them in Devon. Very rare you see them types of vehicles, to be honest with you. Come on, you could have made that. Come on, boy. Made that gap. Yeah, these are the kind of roads that a lot of Londoners cannot stand driving down. They think they're too small. This is nothing. This is This is actually a beautiful area to be in, down in, and I keep forgetting where it is now. Should we go quick over the thing? What are you doing, Steve? I'm just following this truck because I actually genuinely don't know where I'm going now. Brilliant, isn't it? Because of a road closure. Here we go. Let's just go over this quick hill, and then I'll be able to maybe turn it back round. Here we go. You really are a loser, Steve. Yeah, I know. I'm fully aware. I don't even know which way to go now. I genuinely don't know which way to go. I'm trying to get my bearings straight now. But can I go that way? No. Right, let's switch this. But yeah, you can now watch me hesitate about which way I'm bloody gonna have to go. So generally, I'm probably lost. But no, I think, you know, as we're approaching these double games and looking at the likes of Crystal Palace and whatnot, it's getting to the stage now where, you know, as I stated, like, it's almost like you're forced into having specific players, or you're in a position where, look, I'm going to have to go with the likes of Mateta and stuff, because the majority of people are going to be looking at bringing in Mateta. And certainly with the likes of Eze, and I mean, for the double up, I mean, you're not really going to be looking at Eze, are you? Jesus Christ. I mean, what the hell has he done this season? The answer is fuck all. That's the actual answer you're looking for. And, you know, the advice, even to myself and Ray, would be, because we're looking at bringing in a strike force of Isaac, Mateta and Cunha. So we've already got Cunha. We just need to be removing certain players. I mean, Palmer, after blank game week 29, he's certainly going to be on the chopping block for us, because obviously his fixtures after game week 29 aren't great. They're shit. And with the form he's in at the moment, you know, it's not really worth keeping. I know Mr. Reed, he is contemplating getting rid of Palmer. I just said, just stick with him for and we're back. Seems to have gone down a road which you're not allowed to go down. It's very rare again in the thankfully though, it wasn't a load of cameras like it is like it is all over London. Go down the wrong road, fine. I noticed that on the way down, actually, when I was leaving for down here the other day. I noticed that I'm here. Oh, okay. Right, now I know where I am. Hoo-hoo! We're back on track, lads. All women. Yeah, so let's just review for now. With a bit of music. Fucking, I'm really hoping they play some metal in a minute. Krang Radio. Really do hope so. Yeah, so looking at as with Mr. Reed and Leicester, and I said to him, do not sell Palmer before Leicester. Gee, I mean, it's just suicidal. So, yeah, he's going to keep Palmer for then, and then it's on to game week 29 where he's got Arsenal. The problem with Mr. Reed is that he hasn't got his free hit anymore. If he even wanted to do something, he isn't able to. So, I've just made the point to him, like, look, whatever players you got for game week 29, you've got them, happy days. And then it's just a simple case of planning for the upcoming double game weeks that are happening. Because that's the same for me and Ray when it comes to our game week 29 team. We go into game week 28. I'm playing a 3-4-3, but I don't know. Ironically, I've got a bit of a benching headache. I kind of want to take the punt on Katara playing against Tottenham away. But I've got Burmo and Vissa. So it's going to be a discussion me and Ray are going to have regarding the game week 28 team. Game week 29, we're fine. Me and Nick were, well, I was saying it to Nick, wasn't I, on Juice, that the truth of the matter is that you don't really need to be using free hit or game week 29, making drastic transfers. If you've got a minimum of 10 players when it comes to game week 29, you're fine. I mean, in Nick's case, I think it's the fact that he's got just the goalkeeper problem, which is Henderson. But other than that, bloody hell, it's busy down here. Dale, if you're listening. Yeah, a lot of cars down here. What's going on? Oh, diverted traffic, of course. Yeah, so with game week 29, me and Ray have got, I think we're going to have like 12 players. Off the top of my head, we got Flecken in goal, Robinson, Gabriel, Timber. We can then play Mbermo, Bowen, Palmer, and Mbermo, if I haven't mentioned him already. And then we've got up front, we'll have Cunha, Visser, and yeah, that'll be it. So that's our 11. There's another player there. We got Greaves as a backup for if we're actually desperate to play Greaves. But we've got 11 or 12 players for game week 29, which I'm happy with. And I'm just going to pause for a second. And we're back. Yeah, it seems that everywhere across Newton Abbot at the moment is, oh hello, an actual song that I recognise. Do you recognise this? We'll give you a bit of a, a view of the road that I'm looking at while we're listening into, is it Blink 182? I'm pretty certain it is.
Get the feeling right, we started making it out, and she took off our pants, but then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time she walked away from me. Your body action when you're 23, and I still wanna miss my TV shows. What the hell is it? My friends say I should act my age. What's my age again? What's my age again?
That'll get the video demonetized. Oh wait a minute. No, what was it, Jace? Blocked, wasn't it? For when you sang to Avenged Sevenfold, the video was blocked in various countries. Absolutely, this whole social media platform nonsense about using copy. Anyway, whatever. Where were we talking about? Anyway, blank game week 29. Yes, a game week which, a bit like last year, it wasn't exactly particularly overwhelming, was it? It didn't particularly have many teams that any of us cared for, or teams that we were desperately wanting to bring in. And yet, again, idiots like me still went against my own advice and decided to still play the chip, because as I stated on FPL Juice the other day, because Sam from FPL was on their show and said, but this is the ideal time to be playing the free hit chip. This is what it's designed for, and it's all just logical advice which I listened to, and it completely backfired. And that was kind of pretty much the end of my season, to be honest with you, from that moment there. But no, for me and Ray moving forward, we have to try and navigate our way through this Newcastle double up, and the fact that we're going to need, we need Isaac, that's a guaranteed fact. We know that much. Are we in desperate need of Lewis Hall? Not really. And certainly when it comes to a midfielder like Gordon, a player who, on pitch, in person, he's probably playing really well, but from a fantasy football asset point of view, pretty pointless to be bringing in, unless you really want to be attacking the double game week. Obviously, me and Ray know about the fact that there's a possibility of Man City, but we've got this FA Cup weekend right now, where we will then find out more of a layer of the land when it comes to the blank game week, and when it comes to the upcoming double game weeks, where we'll find out who are going to be in these particular, because obviously the likes of Man City, they're going to be going through against Plymouth. It'd be a miracle if Plymouth were to go through against Man City, but hey, stranger things have happened. Obviously Liverpool losing to Plymouth, admittedly it was away from home, and Liverpool have got bigger fish to fry. In fact, I was speaking to my mum yesterday briefly about it, and the truth of the matter is that teams like Liverpool, they go into tournaments like the FA Cup, where it's just a simple case of, yeah, we know we've got the quality of player that should do well in this, but if we go out, we go out, because there's just no money in it, and that's what football is sadly about these days, money. They were saying on the Beho End podcast, the Burnley one I listened to, they were saying on there about the fact that, look, would you rather be promoted or win the FA Cup? And I just immediately said the FA Cup, win the FA Cup. Jesus, come on, man. It's not London, it's not 20 miles an hour. Look at the size of these. Look at it. Acres of room. And yet, ironically, in London, this would be a 20. 20! Fucking nut. But no, navigating these upcoming double game weeks for, 32, 33, most likely a double-double, and no, I'm kind of the mindset that me and Ray have, within reason, played it right. I mean, coming out of this specific game week, I noticed that Trent Alexander-Arnold had his bonus points removed. I'm sure Shane will be overjoyed with that. He was not particularly happy at why he was getting, and yeah, but by all accounts, that's the right outcome. The fact that he's had his points taken away, and he essentially won't be. He's had his points taken away, and yeah, rightly so. He didn't do anything much in the game, and I did explain that, look, he ain't going to get it, but I don't. This whole removal of bonus points after the game week ends, I don't particularly like that from a selfish point of view, of course, but me and Ray were just talking the other day about the fact that one minute we seem to be making up ground, the next minute it's, where are we going? What are we doing with our team? What exactly is what exactly is happening with what we're doing? And because one minute we take one step forward, as it states, and then it's one step back. It's very, very frustrating. Like, we were on Friday, we were at 800,000, and me and Ray were like, oh, that's really good, Flecken, Visser and Burmo have come through. We're really happy with the fact that, look, the truth of the matter is we're slowly pushing on, and obviously by the end of the game week we're back to 1.1. In fact, you think Gary FPL Beer saying about the fact that he's annoyed by how he just cannot move from his position of 500,000-600,000. He takes one step forward and then two steps back. Well, no, it's just not even taking a step forward or back. It's just literally, I'm just standing still, not moving. I think there's a lot of people that are in that circumstance. Even Jason, you could argue, is in that position where I just want to show you the road that I'm going on. It's very tight. These are the kind of roads which are horrible, tight, windy. I mean, I pretty much don't have a clue where I'm going. I'm doing it the old school way, reading signs. Hopefully the signs are actually taken to the right place, which actually, now looking at it, I think I know where I am. Oh, fuck me. How kind. A vehicle like that letting me through. Oh, don't get that in London. They're the piece of shit that will just smash you out of the way. You're not coming up here. I'm in a 4x4. I bully you off the road. Not the other way around. What's being played at the moment? And the shine down. Oh, fair enough. And there's no. This is what I love. That's what I hate about Kerrang. Kerrang just never seems to get any signal anywhere. Brilliant, isn't it? What's really funny about roads, like, it's not really funny at all, but what's funny about these roads is that you can, in theory, drive at 60, but you'd be a madman to be driving at 60 down these types of roads. And this is my point that I was trying to get at on FPL Juice, is that sometimes, like with what Mag says on Chain Wrestling, is that, yeah, speed limits, it's not a target, which is true, but whenever I'm complaining about drivers on the roads, you know, you're in roads that are 50 foot wide, and that's just for one direction of traffic. You can do more than, you know, 50 miles an hour. Again, if you're scared to drive, maybe move into the left-hand lane, not be in the fucking right-hand lane, which is just ludicrous. But anyhow, where were we? Oh yeah, back to FPL. Oh, in fact, oh, what a great fact. Oh no, wait, sorry, I thought that was Linkin Park. In fact, I'm wondering if Linkin Park were inspired by this. So who's this? Bring Me the Horizon with their song Medicine. Listen, what? While you drag me through the mud, I don't know why I tried to save you, 'cause I can't save you from... Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. Yeah, so back to FPL. Fucking hell. Certainly, like I said, about the one step forward and one step back, or in Gary's case, just standing still, not even moving. Like I said, me and Ray are just frustrated at the fact that, you know, we are making the right moves, we are doing the right things. Admittedly, we were what? So annoyingly, our transfers this week absolutely backfired badly. You know, if I'd have just, surprise, went with my gut instinct and just brought in Neto for Rodgers, we'd been 4 points up. Instead, I think we're -6 overall, because we got rid of Watkins and Rodgers for Bowen and Cunha. And we know what happened. Cunha gets 2 points, Bowen gets 6, and we took the -4 to get rid of these players, and it's just fucking frustrating, to be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ray did say, I think the move to get in Neto is fair enough. We're punting on him for 2 game weeks, and once that's done, we can get rid of him in game week. We can still keep him for game week 29. But I thought, look, Jared Bowen, good player, decent-ish fixtures. Last game week of the guest game of the game weeks as well. Look at this. This is fantastic. In fact, this bit here coming up, I named, it used to be a beautiful area, but they've completely. This here used to be. This is fantastic. So here used to be an absolute, it's just a forest, but as you can see, they've just completely demolished it for whatever reasoning. This was an absolutely stunning area to come to, like really beautiful, but yeah, they've just completely torn it down, God knows when. And yeah, it's just turned into like something out of, it looks like, to be honest with you, something that you'd see out of a World War I film, you know. Something like, I don't, all Quiet on the Western Front. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name of that film. It's such a good film, and yet I've seen it once, because it's a very long film. It's like just over 3 hours, But my God, it is fucking fantastic. Seems to be a bit busy on Dartmoor at the moment. Unusually busy. I mean, what day is it today? Friday? But yeah, so me and Ray are just at a stage now where it's just frustrating playing FPL, and like I stated, you know, with Neto, you know, he had Southampton, Leicester, Arsenal, but Jared Bowen's got Leicester, Newcastle, and then Everton, and I just really, I know I keep saying this, I know I sound like a bloody broken record, I'm not blind to it, but God damn, do I just wish I went with Neto in the end. Obviously hindsight's a great thing and whatnot, but it is just frustrating when you pretty much kind of call it right with Neto, and yet nothing happens. In fact, I'm going to deliberately park. Oh, actually, maybe not. It's just absolutely. The thing is that down here, like up in London, it's been absolutely pouring down. So some of these places where you can normally park, unfortunately, are absolutely flooded, or just the mud. I won't be able to get out. I would not be able to move with my car. I would just get stuck. I need to get a tractor. Anyone recognise that reference? You looking for a tractor, are you? Hopefully Mr. Reed will send me a voice message doing an impression of that specific scene. But yeah, I think, look, with this coming out of this game week with the frustration of Watkins and Rodgers actually doing something. I mean, they do nothing in the double game week. Well, you know what I mean. Then lo and behold, when it comes to a single game week, oh, what a surprise, they return. What a surprise, like always. Absolute laughable. But yeah, I think for me, it's, look, just get through game week 28 however we can, and then what we can do is reassess everything, look at our wildcard situation. What a beautiful cow. Reassess our situation and then be like, right, because Ray, I know, wants to attack Man City. So does that mean Haaland back in? Does it mean doubling up with Marmoush? Who knows? But certainly with Man City's probable double game weeks, and again, some decent other teams with double game weeks. Obviously, we're not going to be getting rid of Salah. That's just, again, you do not get rid of the better players within the game itself, let alone in real life. But for me and Ray, it's going to take a bit of discussion. We'll probably do it on either Patreon or just do a video together, chatting about our options and see where we go from. Because, like Ray said on a voice message, he really enjoys doing the, whenever he can, joining us on Elite FPL and just chatting absolute twaddle about, you know, FPL and football in general, and getting his opinion out there about how he feels about Arsenal and, you know, the league itself, and the fact that have they blown it, have they not. And yeah, it's always good. It's always a good crack, as they say, when Ray comes on. So I think what I'll do, I mean, it is a beautiful day. I mean, it is absolutely phenomenal. Perfect day for a walk around here, which I'm going to do. But I mean, could I park there? No, I'll park in my usual spot. I could do a Total Stilo podcast about my experiences up here, but I'm not going to. This is anything decent? My Chemical Romance. Jesus. Yeah, I'll just park here for a second. Just park up here. My usual spot. Yeah, so we're back again, and I'm going to be tackling this in a minute. I say tackling, I've done this about 1 billion times. Hold on, it's just to do what most vloggers do, and to be honest with you, it is absolutely soaking wet, as you can probably see. Oh yeah, you've got to do this, haven't you? Yeah, you've got to show what you're doing, so people are involved. And then, yeah, close that back up. Always close it back up. Always the same. Yeah, so I'm going to be walking up here, but the problem is that, as you can probably see from the thing here, and the fact that I'm actually wearing shorts, hopefully I'll get a tan in this beautiful sunny weather. But yeah, this is actually a genuinely really long walk. It's stunning, to be honest with you. The views that you get, I mean, I'll just quickly bore you with the views. I mean, the weather is gorgeous, but yeah, the problem is that the terrain is absolutely not exactly made for a pair of Adidas. Well, we'll do it here, won't we? A pair of Adidas trainers. You can see my skinny calves. A pair of Adidas trainers for terrain like this. As you can probably hear, it's kind of like that. Yeah, not great. So yeah, I'm going to be basically tackling this here right now while listening into Mind Pump. There we are, there's the bingo card. But no, I think I'm going to leave it there. I don't really need to continue talking about FPL or whatnot. I just think that overall, you know, it's just one of those particular seasons this year where a lot of people are doing the right things. It's just, unfortunately, it's not exactly going the way that we're kind of wanting it to go, to be completely fair. That's a better angle. That's easier for me to hold the camera, actually. Jesus Christ, nearly slipped there. Yeah, I think it's just one of those seasons, like I say, where me and Ray are kind of just enjoying what we're doing, and kind of, do you know what, I've just realised, I mean, look at the state of this, seriously. It's just bogged down. And then listen to that silence. Although I can hear, do you know what the crazy thing is? Is that there's those people over there, I can legitimately, if I zoom in. Oh no, wait a minute, there's people up there. I can hear voices. See how much of a loser I am. I kind of like treat walks like this as if I'm in Lost. Oh, there they are. They're coming down there. There's somewhere up there. There's people up there. You can actually hear them from there. But I don't think I'm going to be able to tackle this because the terrain is so muddy, and the fact that I am legitimately walking on a busted ankle, I think this could be too dangerous. But yeah. Anyway, I've now literally gotten fuck all to say, so I'm going to get out of here and see you whenever me and Ray or Jason can be bothered to do a Patreon or do a video. See you later.